I like both of them. Claressa Shields and them. Alycia Baumgardner. I watched that video probably about, not gonna lie, repeat, probably about 20 times. And I just couldn't wait to hear the fucking slap. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. Oh, pow, ooh, shit. I was like, oh, let me hear it again. Pow, ooh, shit.
Obviously, you're not too fond of Claressa. She said she would go down to 147 to fight Amanda
But she also
Serrano.
said she'd fight Jake Paul.
We're going to get into that, but first.
I'm not saying I'm not fond of her. I don't care. I could care less
Right.
about that human that exists on the planet, but like I'm telling you who she is
So,
as a person
forget
and
about
the
that.
truth. Like I operate in a state of truth in my life, and I'm just telling the truth on who she is.
Yeah, I think it's important to give a young woman advice to know what it is to stand in power, what it is to trust your power, what it is to be still and to follow through when things get hard, when things don't seem to go your way. I think it's important to really mentor the same way I was poured into somebody else, because it really goes a long way.
Not her following me. Not her following
about
me.
me. I showed her.
See you later. Not her following
What? Make sure you get them.
She know what time it is. She know it's the bomb time.
Stop it.
Yeah, you know.
Stop
capping.
Stop it.
Stop capping for that.
Stop.
When two of boxing's biggest female stars crossed paths, leaving the entire combat sports world completely stunned. What was supposed to be an elegant night celebrating athletes quickly devolved into pure chaos, triggering an immediate, indefinite ban for one undisputed champion and exposing a deeply personal hatred that has been building behind closed doors for years.
Claressa Shields has been banned from all MVP. Ocho, I didn't know this. You knew this? I heard about it, but I thought it was
I saw the clip. I saw the clip on
Claressa Shields has been banned from all MVP events after slapping Alycia Baumgardner at the Ronda Rousey fight. Ocho, watch the video. Heavy-handed ass.
Hey.
Well, hey, one more time. Check this out, Ocho. You get a close look now. Here we go. Ooh-wee.
Did she say?
This is what she tweeted. I'm going to continue giving you BITCHESs hell respectfully. That little ass girl said, I'll beat your ass right now after already disrespecting me. Now, you classy and playing victim. Can't go around threatening people and take that and try to get that lick back. Whoa. And Miss Shields, she got the double barrel.
It all went down at the inaugural Most Valuable Promotions event. Alycia Baumgardner was attending purely as a special guest, dressed up for the evening in a gown, completely detached from the typical intensity of a training camp. She was there to enjoy a massive night of fights alongside mainstream legends, but the peaceful atmosphere shattered the moment Claressa Shields entered the room. Without warning, Shields closed the distance, confronted her face to face, and delivered a shocking slap. Witnesses watched in disbelief as security rushed in to separate the bitter rivals before things spiraled further.
I was in your way.
Get out the way. I want to get in there. No.
World star.
Not right now.
I'll referee.
I'm calling her to get a referee.
The internet immediately exploded, forcing Claressa Shields to break her silence and drop her side of the story. Far from apologetic, Shields proudly admitted to the physical confrontation, claiming it was a long overdue reality check. She revealed that Baumgardner had been on a personal disrespect tour, constantly attacking her character online. According to Shields, the insults crossed the line from standard trash talk into deeply personal territory, mocking her looks and boxing ability. Shields made it clear those were fighting words, and she felt obligated to prove there are levels to this game.
It's crazy. Altogether, she is the complete package. People love Alycia Baumgardner.
Yeah, you fucking with a married man at the end of the day.
Baumgardner is likable. She is very feminine. And most important, she is not messing with the married man.
You fucking with a married man at the end of the day.
On top of that, Alycia Baumgardner is one of the highest paid female boxers in the game. She is second to Amanda Serrano, the highest paid female boxer in the game.
Yeah, you fucking with a married man at the end of the day.
So when you see Miss Claressa Shields, the most accomplished fighter in the game, she gets mad as hell knowing damn well everybody loves Alycia Baumgardner. That's why she mad.
Yeah, you fucking with a married man at the end of the day. Let's do better.
And on top of that, Miss Claressa Shields is also mad that she is never gonna get signed to MVP, especially after what she just did.
Okay, Southpaw, it don't matter. Did I beat the best or not?
I got a right to my opinion, and I stand on what I say. Claressa Shields is a very class.
While Shields viewed the moment as a necessary check, the professional consequences hit her almost instantly. Jake Paul's promotional company, Most Valuable Promotions, wasted no time launching an investigation into the backstage brawl. Within hours, they issued a devastating statement, handing Shields an indefinite ban from all future MVP events due to their zero-tolerance policy against physical aggression outside competition. Shortly after, Baumgardner fired back with an official statement, labeling the incident a completely unprovoked physical assault and announcing that her team is already handling the matter through strict legal channels.
Anyway, as you saw on the tape, Claressa wound up there, cock back, bop, right in the mouth for some confrontation that they're having. Now, let me tell you what my thoughts are on this, because Claressa then doubles down and she puts out a tweet which basically says, yeah, that's what you get when you mess with Claressa. Get the taste slapped out your mouth. Something to that effect. I'll put it up in the graphic in the video. But here's my thing, man. This is great promotion. It's great promotion. It really is. I love it. It's going to be good for Alycia Baumgardner. It's going to be good for Claressa Shields. It's going to be good for their careers. Because you know why? Because ratchet sells. A few years ago, I forget when they put that term to rest, right? Where you just have scantily dressed women over the top with loud mouths screaming back and forth, man. You see Krishan Rock going through that in the fights that she's having with these people in these real life, dramas. I really think that, these people are starting to plan these things out because they're basically being podcasters. What do you call it? In real life, RIL podcasters, in real life podcasters, where like you see Alycia Baumgardner being filmed with, I think the guy's name is DDG, and she's doing live streams with him. She's in the boxing gym with them, right? They're kind of teaming up with those type of streamers. You have Ryan Garcia, who you saw just last night do a live stream with Tekashi 6ix9ine. They're dressing just alike, and you see Adrian Bronner running around with Dean the Great, and and they're dressing alike. So it's just a big production that these guys are putting on, trying to get their name out there and trying to keep this conversation going, man, in this very, very, very how can you say, swamped media land. And the bigger a fool you act, the more attention that you're gonna.
As the footage circulated, analysts began debating what truly triggered such a massive emotional explosion. Prominent media voices suggested that Shields' actions were fueled by deep-seated jealousy. Baumgardner's mainstream profile has been skyrocketing thanks to high-profile modeling and a massive upcoming partnership with Netflix. Critics claimed Shields couldn't handle losing the spotlight, but the undisputed champion shut those rumors down immediately, flexing her history-making 2-year, $8 million contract online to remind the world that she remains the highest paid female boxer on the planet.
Claressa, you ghetto, ratchet, musty at the highest level. You miserable. You feeling that pressure from Alycia the Baumgardner. We can all tell. First off, who in the fuck let you in the motherfucking building? They need to be placed on the leave of absence. You managed to get in the building, and immediately you up there on the nosebleeds. How did you slither your ass down to the floor where the fight was cracking at? Now you just in there with the stale face with musty energy slithering all over your body. You see Alycia Baumgardner with Le'Veon Bell, Michael Irvin, James Cameron. You know James Cameron made the motherfucking Titanic, nigga? And then here come your ghetto ass. She got her own hairstylist there. They done put Alycia Baumgardner on the Jumbotron. Everybody pouring the love into her that she prayed for and what she manifested. And you over there just looking motherfucking stank up over there. Your leave out is your motherfucking leave out. Lord child. Now you're walking around and you look to your side and be like, damn, I'm with this married ass nigga. This nigga motherfucking married. Talking about, nah, nigga, instead of trying to fight Alycia Baumgardner, you need to fight that cake. Yeah. Then, how your ghetto ass get in the VIP? How you get in the VIP? Then you go up in there, you try to get in the section. They like, who is this motherfucker walking in with them nasty ass boots on? Then you get in the section and you try to assault the face of women's boxing, Alycia Baumgardner. Just ghetto. You got to have some class. You ain't got to be ghetto and ratchet all the time. Get your mind right. You supposed to be somebody. That's just musty. You pressed. You is pressed. Alycia Baumgardner got you pressed, gang. We gonna get into it next video.
However, the drama didn't stop with financial bragging rights. Baumgardner's team emphasized that this wasn't just a one-time lapse in judgment. Their official statement accused Shields of a long-standing, repeated pattern of hostility and attention-seeking chaos that continuously embarrasses the sport. They pointed to past aggressive press conference altercations with other champions like Shadasia Green. To her critics, the VIP slap wasn't an isolated defensive reaction, but rather the latest example of an athlete who simply cannot control her temper when the cameras are rolling.
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey yo, every time Claressa Shields opens her mouth, I feel like going to the bathroom, taking the toilet scrub, and scrubbing out all the doo-doo in between her veneer teeth of hers. Hey yo, look what she had to say in her latest rant.
People done pissed me off tonight. They should have fucked the bag up. She fucked the bag up. Now y'all talking about some sending prayers for Shadasia. Listen, I like Shadasia actually. Me and her actually squash beef. Me and her actually squash beef. But I don't forget about the disrespect. But y'all wouldn't be on here saying pray for the GWOP if it happened to me. Everybody like, oh yeah, she deserved it. She got a big mouth. She did it out.
Claressa Shields, you effed up the bag. Not Shadasia Green. You effed up the bag. You know when you effed up the bag? When you didn't sign to most valuable promotions, when you was a free agent, so you could get the Shadasia Green fight. Because like I said 1,000 times, and throughout the years, when it comes to the sport of boxing, the over-marination business model is finished. It's outdated. Once the boxing fans wants to see a fight, you got to give what the boxing fans and what the sports fans want. Give us the big fight. So there won't be a possibility for somebody to throw a monkey wrench in between the fight that needs to take place. Shadasia Green versus Claressa Shields was the big fight. It was your biggest fight. You were the one that want to be with a married man and choke on his butt hair instead of paying attention to your career, your legacy, the matchup that's going to enhance your career, because every great fighter, like you are a great fighter, needs that counterpart, needs that dancing partner. You chased Papoose while the other girls was trying to chase.
But if you look deeper, the real root of this bitter hatred might stem from a secret conversation regarding strict drug testing. Shields recently dropped a massive bombshell hinting that their real-world grudge started over voluntary anti-doping protocols. According to Shields, she personally pressured Baumgardner to sign up for VADA testing. Shields claims that Baumgardner gave her a strange look and ultimately agreed, but hinted that the subsequent testing results didn't exactly turn out the way Baumgardner wanted. Shields believes this lingering embarrassment is the true source of Baumgardner's online hostility.
I find myself thinking about why this girl is upset with me, why she's mad at me. But I had an epiphany of when we spoke about VADA, about how I have all the girls signed up for VADA as we get ready for our fights. And so as I'm having this talk with this individual, she gave me a look and she said, "You're right. So she went and got signed up for her fight. That's why I didn't ever think that she was really dirty, for one. Because if I mention it and she went and got her opponent signed up for it, her results and everything is maybe why she's upset. This ain't even about no fight with her. It's about, I was trying to figure out what all could have happened. And I think that's where the anger is coming from. That I mentioned it to her, she went and did it, and it didn't turn out the way that she wanted it to.
To understand how a simple verbal argument escalated into a physical confrontation so quickly, you have to look at Shields' terrifyingly intense psychological mindset. She approaches combat sports like a literal street fight. To prove just how far she is willing to go, an old, shocking controversy recently resurfaced online. Shields previously confessed on camera that after being dropped during a heated sparring session with a male boxer, she became convinced he was using unfair tactics. Consumed by rage, she actually ran to her car, grabbed a weapon, and was prepared to use it before her coach physically intervened.
Who's the baddest man you ever whooped? Could you even tell her? You're not trying to put anyone.
I don't even consider sparring like whooping guys because sparring, I'm working on certain things, they're working on certain things, and guys are like, I'm like so respectful of the guys, but I done dropped guys in sparring.
That was my next question.
I done been dropped in sparring once by a guy.
He got you to the body or what?
Nah, I ain't never been dropped to the body. No, I ain't no fucking punk. I got caught. No, but the guy I sparred, he was like a little Russian hater. He took the padding out of his gloves. I had whooped his ass on a Monday, and his coach wanted to spar again on Thursday. But he caught me, but he didn't have no padding in his gloves. He know exactly who he is.
Damn.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So it get kind of serious when you sparring against these guys and you embarrassing them. So where they gotta take the padding out their gloves. And this happened to me in 2018, right before I fought against Hannah Gabriel the first time.
What happened to him before he left the gym? You guys find that out before he left the gym?
Yeah, 100%. I sparred. So whenever I spar against two different guys. So I sparred 4 rounds with him. I think he dropped me in the 4th. Then I sparred 4 more rounds with another guy. And then he got out. Then the guy who dropped me, he stayed in and he boxed against the other guy I sparred. So the other guy I sparred, Harold. Harold can tell you the guy's name. He sparred against him. And it was like second round, and he was like, bro, you wasn't hitting like that on Monday because we all worked on Monday. So after they got done sparring, I walked up to him and I was just like, hey man, thanks for the work. And I felt his glove and I'm like, oh. After I pulled it down, I said, come here. Took the gloves off, I held them, and then his coach I snatched up and said, no. I said, what the fuck are these? And then like the little dude was acting like he didn't speak English no more. And then his coach was like, I had got these gloves from Roberto Duran, these were good. I said, who the fuck wears these kind of gloves in sparring? There's no padding in here. So I ran out to my car to get my knife, and by the time I came back in, the Coach John was grabbing me because I was about to cut the coach. Because the coach said he gave him the gloves, so I'm about to cut you. So he done dropped me, and like I said, this is 2018. I'm a changed woman now.
Obviously, you're not too fond of Claressa. She said she would go down to 147 to fight Amanda
But she also
Serrano.
said she'd fight Jake Paul.
We're going to get into that, but first.
I'm not saying I'm not fond of her. I don't care. I could care less about that human that exists on the planet, but like I'm telling you who she is as a person and the truth. Like I operate in a state of truth in my life. And I'm just telling the truth on who she is.
She also said,
but Amanda Serrano will 100% fight Claressa Shields if we ask her to.
Right.
Yeah.
She also said, did you watch the clip? Her saying that she would beat you in a professional prize fight with 10-ounce gloves, no headgear. Did you see the clip?
I've heard her say this. Like I don't know which.
Anytime she has a fight, that's what she goes to.
Can I just show you this clip? Can you just respond to the clip?
I'm in a fight, and you know. And if that fight presented itself, it'll be no question. You'll say yes. 10-ounce gloves, no headgear.
Absolutely.
He's a big guy.
I'm a big woman. The biggest and strongest man don't want all the fight.
I mean, I hear you. They don't win all the fights.
So what's the difference here? I've been boxing for
The difference is she got dropped by a 135-pounder in sparring.
Claressa, you are a woman. He's a man.
I got you. He got to have him. I get it. But what about the skills that I have? That doesn't matter because
that plays a part. Of course it does.
But he would never do it, number one.
Obviously.
And number two, as I said, the footage is there. She got dropped by a 135-pounder journeyman, who then she said he had cement in his gloves, and that's why she was dropped. It's not even something to be discussed. It's never a consideration.
Weren't we just talking about the Olympics and, saying that men shouldn't be fighting women? You know, so
absolutely.
I hate that that's even a conversation.
So that's why I don't.
I did say that you would never fight it. So
no, that's why. Like I don't respond. I don't engage.
With the bad blood reaching a dangerous boiling point, fans are desperately demanding to see these two settle their scores inside a sanctioned ring. But making this fight a reality is a logistical nightmare. Baumgardner competes at 130 pounds, while Shields dominates in much heavier divisions. Despite the massive size discrepancy, Baumgardner has previously teased that she would be entirely willing to meet her rival at a 147-pound catchweight, believing the sheer drama and genuine hatred would easily turn this into a historic blockbuster super fight.
I mean, me personally, I would never get in Claressa Shields' face talking about I'm gonna beat your ASS, because what if she takes me up on that offer? Then what? Y'all saw how she slapped that lady? That was the slap heard around the world. I'm talking about no, you're teaching no! I gotta stay in my lane. I would have to say something like, I challenge you to an intellectual debate and exchange of ideas. So if y'all don't know what happened, Claressa Shields and Alycia Baumgardner have apparently been beefing online for a little minute now. They're both professional boxers. They end up seeing each other in person, and from the clips, it looked like it started off as regular boxer trash talk. Alycia was like, I'm gonna beat your ASS, and Claressa was like, beat who?
World star.
I know you gonna whoop no ass.
Not right now.
You gonna whoop no ass, Alycia. Who asked you gonna whoop you are?
Now, mind you, there were people separating them already. Security, people standing around, the whole thing. Then Claressa allegedly hauled off and slapped her. Now, a lot of people are criticizing Alycia because apparently after everything happened, she said, get my lawyer on the phone, charges and press. Y'all have to understand, everybody don't fight. Some people press charges. Now, in this case, Alycia actually does fight. She's literally a boxer, but no, it does not look like she tried to fight Claressa back. She probably didn't want to get banned from all events over a backstage altercation. And speaking of banned, yes, Claressa is apparently banned from attending future MVP events now. But yeah, from a legal perspective, if Alycia does press charges, it'll be for assault and battery, maybe even with a deadly weapon, because Claressa, those hands can be fatal. I don't know, but I will say, a lot of people feel like if you walk up to somebody saying, I'm going to beat your ASS, and then they Uno reverse, you don't get to feel bad. But I do have a solution. As the judge in this case, I've heard enough and I'm ready to pronounce my sentence. Alycia, you need to get your weight class up. Claressa, you need to get your weight class down, and y'all both need to get in the ring and settle this properly. And I do think Alycia deserves one complimentary free swing. I know Claressa did not sneak her technically, but they also weren't exactly squared up and ready to fight either. So that slap definitely came out of nowhere in my opinion. So I do feel like Alycia should get one freebie before the bell rings. Court is adjourned. Good luck to both parties. Next case.
Ultimately, this chaotic physical clash has completely rewritten the script for both fighters' legacies. While some argue that backstage brawling deeply damages the integrity of the sport, others believe this raw, unscripted animosity is precisely what women's boxing needs to command the mainstream spotlight. It proves that the rivalry is no longer just a marketing ploy designed to generate internet clicks. It is a dangerous, real-world feud where reputations and legal freedom are hanging in the balance. Whether they settle this inside the ring or in a courtroom, the boxing world will never look at them the same way again. Do you think these two should settle their differences in the ring? Would a fight at catchweight bring more attention? Let me know what you think in the comments. That's all for today. If you enjoyed it, remember to leave a like, subscribe, and ring that bell icon so you never miss our upcoming videos. And don't forget to share your thoughts in the comments section. Stay tuned, and we will catch you in the next video.